Holy. I don't know if we're just unseasoned sailors or if we just got the raw end of the deal. What a rough day it has been. It's eased up a little bit now, but it's been fluctuating between 3 and probably 6 foot swells.
Whoa! Let's just stop you right there, buckaroo. We need to have a bit of a chat. This was their first time going out to sea, truly out of sight of land, at night, in the dark, and the first time going through any inlet. To say that there was some nerves and apprehension would be a drastic understatement. Just between you and I, it was terrifying. Or at least it seemed that way at the time. Knowing what we know now, it really wasn't actually that bad. But at the time, they were feeling pretty raw from the experience. They were just new. Now, I'm willing to cut Buckaroo here some slack if you are. At least they went out and did it, right? Now, let's start this story from the beginning.
Alright, so it is 2 a.m. and we are up. Kim and I are up. And we are headed out to sea, trying to catch slack tide through the narrow-ish inlet of Whinging Bay. And we are headed out into the Atlantic. And our destination is Charleston today. And this is our first time sailing this boat offshore. And this is the first time sailing any boat offshore. So, hopefully, everything goes smoothly. Wind and everything's still looking like it's in our favor today, so we're going to go for it and see what it's like out there.
Holy. I don't know if we're just unseasoned sailors or if we just got the raw end of the deal. What a rough day it has been. It's eased up a little bit now, but it's been fluctuating between 3 and probably 6 foot swells. And yeah, it's been pretty tough. Both my girls have been sicker than dogs all day. Aria is barfing about every half hour. Kim, I think, has only barfed once, but she's pretty much bedridden downstairs on the settee. And we don't even have enough wind to actually sail. We're falling behind schedule. So I went from full head sail and double reefed main to full head sail, full main sail, and motor sailing. And we got it pushed up to 6 knots on average now. So that's improving our when the heck we're gonna get there. For quite a while there, it was like looking like 2 a.m. We left at 2 a.m. so that we could get there before sunset, and we're just falling too far behind. So we are motor sailing now, but it's not too bad now. Right now it's not too bad. There's definitely been a few stretches where it's pretty rock and roll. So anyway, that's my 9 o'clock check-in. I'll check in with you again about midday.
Well, we did in fact make it to Charleston. Let's get this sail put away. There we go. What do we have here? We anchored right next to the USS Yorktown, a World War II era aircraft carrier anchored at Patriots Point Naval and Maritime Museum. I'm really hoping we get to do a tour of this and some of the other boats here at the museum.
Alright, we are underway again, which is not entirely what we had planned. We had planned to stay at that aircraft carrier where we just left. We had planned to stay there for a few days or a week, but the weather has changed enough to justify us not staying. Charleston is sort of all around us right now, I should say. So we're going to move up the Wondo River. And there is a creek up there somewhere with a name that I've forgotten everything. Yesterday was a bit of a day. It was a pretty big day. Then now it's about 10 o'clock in the morning the next day, and we are headed up the Wondo River to find a safer anchorage for this. I think it's supposed to blow up to like 65 kilometers, so whatever that is. It's not insanely windy, but it's insanely windy enough to not be where we were because we were fully exposed to it. Yeah, and the thing about the wind for the next, today is Friday, the wind tonight is supposed to be coming out of the southeast. The wind tomorrow, during the midday-ish, is supposed to be coming out of the southwest, and then the wind the next day is supposed to be coming out of the north, all with like 30 to 40 knot gusts. So very difficult to find an anchorage that's protected from just about a 360 of wind. But we think we found a spot. Anyway, we'll leave you there with some sights on our way up to the Wondo. They're coming right at us. Right here. Yeah, right here. I don't think our nose makes enough of a pressure wake for them. No. They like it back here because of the shape of our hull. They were there for like, oh, behind us, they turned around. We love you, dolphinos! Aria is really champing at the bit to learn to drive the boat, so today was the perfect time to learn. Her reaction to driving under her first bridge is priceless. Pretty much straight ahead. Okay. The next day, there was a gap in the weather, so we went out and checked out the creek around us. Oysters. Those are all good. So, we got us a cluster of oysters here. We know nothing about the aquaculture or otherwise around here, so I don't know if we'll eat any of these, but I really want to. Look at this baby dock here. The one on the left is just like a peasant's dock. We don't really know what this thing is, but we're assuming that this thing is the like piling driver slash dock builder barge. Certainly some kind of a crane on a barge. Two barges actually now that I look at it. Well, most of the time this crane, see how there's like a metal collar at the bottom of all these posts? So what happens is this crane pulls those posts up. And then the barge will float or get driven by a boat. And then when they want to stop, they drop these posts, and those posts go all the way down to the bottom and dig into the mud so they can't move. We certainly got every bit of the forecasted wind, so we just hung out.
That night, the rain came back. So we spent a few days up Nowell's Creek, something like that, up the Wondo River from Charleston, and it was quite windy, and it rained really hard, and the weather's looking better-ish, sort of, kinda. So we are making our way back to Charleston, and we're going to anchor over there, and we're hoping to see some sights in town, and some laundry and groceries and a couple other things like that, and just generally enjoying the cruising life. Aria has very specifically requested to drive the boat under the bridge again. So,
and the rest of the way?
And, oh yeah, she wants to drive the whole way, so we'll give her some driving practice again, and so yeah, take us back to the yard, little captain. So we're all geared up with laundry and grocery bags, and we got a journey across the harbor to the other side, where we understand there's a marina that will let you type your dinghy for $5. So yeah, we're going to cruise across the dinghy. It's not absolutely ideal as far as wind and weather conditions and all that stuff goes, but we need food and we need laundry washed.
I think we need laundry more than food.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So we're going to go across the way.
Finally see a bit of Charleston.
See a little bit of Charleston. So let's go get that done. Once we got the laundry started, we headed for the grocery store. It's got you! What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cover its eyeballs! I'm touching its eyeballs!
Ew. Alright, so we got groceries accomplished, and it turned out that what was it called again? The Charleston Marine Care Center?
Maritime or Marine Center?
Marine Center, something like that. Anyway, it turned out that they had laundry facilities on site for $5. So we paid $5 and got some laundry going. Then we went to the grocery store. We bought at least 3 times as much groceries as we needed. Yeah, we bought too much stuff. Too much heavy stuff all in one trip, but it is what it is. What do you do?
It was on sale.
A lot of it wasn't.
Like
Didn't you say it's like $30 or something like that we saved?
Pretty nice.
That's not too bad. Anyway, so we just decided that this park bench was a good spot for eating some sandwiches and hanging out. It's about halfway back to the dinghy dock area. I think probably the plan is I'm probably going to make a solo mish back to the boat with the groceries and then come back for the laundry and the girls. I think is what the plan is.
So we still got a bit of time.
Yeah, I think we got like almost an hour on laundry still, and I haven't even got things in the dryer yet. So we got a bit of time to kill, and we'll just kill it.
It's nice being on land.
It is.
Yeah,
We haven't
for
really.
a few days.
Yeah, I haven't been on land for days and days. When was the last time we were on land in Georgetown? I guess. Eh?
First, we're gonna go up the crazy ladder. And the crazy wiggle bridge. Then across this. And now we go up here. Back down the drawbridge. Up a ladder. Up one more time. And then around. Whee!
Next time we're in Charleston, we're going to check out this International African American Museum. The exhibits outside were very interesting, and we'd like to see more. Unfortunately, the weather took a turn for the worse while we were waiting for the laundry to finish. I sure am glad I made a solo trip back to the boat with all the groceries, because it was a very wet and bumpy ride back to the boat. Thank you for joining us this week. We sure hope you enjoyed the episode. We look forward to seeing you next week.